Welcome to yet another exciting tutorial on this channel. If you are new to the channel, do well to go over our previous videos, get yourself acquainted with them, get designing, drop them in the community. That reminds me, just as I always say at the start of every tutorial, the link to the resources will be found in the description. The link to this tutorial I want to do now, the resources for this tutorial will be found in the description below. And if you found the link to the resources, then you definitely found the link to the community. So do well to subscribe to the channel, drop your reactions, drop your comments, and don't forget to like, because when you like, YouTube pushes it to the audience and so many people who will actually still be in need of this. So don't be selfish, help someone out too as well. Okay, yeah, so without wasting much time, let me just get right into what you are seeing on your screen now. This particular design was actually inspired by the whole drop in people's mental health stability. Yeah, let me put it that way, the whole drop in mental health stability. So I found out that currently in the world there's a whole lot of pressure on a lot of people. If you stay in a third world country, you really understand what I'm talking about. So the pressure is much, people are losing it, a lot of people are committing suicide and all that. It has been actually before now, things like this have happened before, but now I can bet you it's on the rise. But this particular one though, apart from that being the inspiration, was also inspired by a movement that started, I think, in the year 1994. Yeah, when a boy of 17 years in the US, United States of America, committed suicide, and his name was Mike M. I hope I actually pronounce that properly. Mike and 𝐸𝐸. Yeah, or should I say Eme? I don't know, but that was his name, Mike M. So he committed suicide, and he owned a car called a Mustang, and that the color of that car was actually yellow. So he owned a yellow Mustang, and so after that, his death came as a shock because he was jovial, he was okay. People didn't really notice he was having depression within and all that. He was just okay with his friends. Everybody felt as if everything was going properly. This also brought about something. I just remembered what someone said a while ago, that the people who you should even check most on are those ones who are always happy and they fail to show any side of sadness or discomfort or anything. Those are the people we should even check more on than the ones who actually show the signs of depression and all that. If they show the signs of depression, yes, check on them. But those ones that are so happy, please do check on them, because most times they are trying to pin down a whole lot of emotions, which is not actually good, and which will actually be so it will tell on them in the long run. And before you know, just like Mike, they may just leave us without any formal notice. Okay, so that's why you are seeing yellow and black here, and that's what inspired this design. So without wasting so much time, let's get designing. So the first thing you want to do is bring in the background, or create the background rather. So let's create a new page here. Okay, please, let's just take this back to white so that I can give you the hex code for that. So what you want to do is go to color, change the color of this particular background by clicking on the plus icon here. You change the color of the background to FFCC00. Yes, FFCC00. That's the color of the background. And the next thing you want to do is bring in those waves on top. Those waves, you can actually find them on Google by just simply typing in silhouette wave shape. So this is it. I actually got it from Google. And if you want to get it on Canva, you can still type the same keyword and it will bring out similar options for you, and you can actually use it to your own advantage. So bring this down here. Now what you want to do is flip this over, flip it horizontally like so. Okay, then duplicate this. Let's make sure it doesn't take so much space. Duplicate it, rotate it like this, rotate. Okay, then drop it here like so. Now we've gotten our perfect background. Then the next thing we want to do is bring in the models. Let the models be the center of everything we are doing so that we can be sure. So let's bring in our first guy. This is our first guy. Increase him like so. I think I'm okay a bit with this. We might actually reduce him a bit at some point. Okay, let's reduce him a bit. I think he's too big. Okay, drop him here. Then the next thing you want to do is bring in the next guy. This is the next guy. Okay, scale him up, take out some of all these sides, scale him up like so to meet up with our first guy. Yes, scale him up like so. Now you go over to position, forward, this other guy, backward, exactly. So, and what you now do is go to nudge this guy in like so that there's no space between their necks. Okay, yes, nudge him in like so. Then go over to select multiple, select the both of them, group them first of all, then take them like so to the center with your nudge. Exactly. Okay, so I think we should still reduce them just a bit. Yeah, that's it. So let's check on this one. Okay, I think they are still going to be reduced a bit. Okay, yeah, so go to your nudge, try to find the center, and when you are done with that, ungroup them again and leave them like so. So take out some of all these sides so that I can work with what's on the background. I can see some yellow lines beneath this wave, so I want to nudge it down so that those lines don't show. Exactly. Then same thing for this one on top too. I want to nudge it up so that the lines don't show. Exactly. Yeah. So the next thing we want to do now is bring in, let's just deal with everything that's on the background. Bring in this ribbon, take it and place it up here like so, duplicate it, bring it down, rotate it like this, place it here like so, then go over to your position, take it backward, just leave it there like that, take it backward. Then you want to rotate this a bit so that that edge enters into the down of the canvas. Yes, so that it doesn't get shown as if there's an edge there, so it doesn't distort the design. Okay, so the next thing you want to do now is go over to this place and let's bring in this. Let's just keep it aside. Bring in this. The normal color is this should be cream. This is cream color, so just tap on it, change it to white. You can actually find this particular shape in shapes. Yes, you can find it in shapes. Change it to white, keep it here at the center, zoom in a bit, expand the sides to an extent, then drag it, not so much, just drag it like this, then bring the sides in. We'll check with our other one so that we'll know how big it is. But one thing you want to notice from the style, the border width, it has a border width of 10. Yes, and you change the border color to the same color we have on the background, which is this. So if you missed the color before, this is the color FFCC00. Exactly. So that's it. And the next thing we want to do now is start. Okay, let's even work on these guys, because we want them to project out of the background a bit, and I want this guy to have a shadow over his other counterpart that is behind him. So you know how we roll about the shadows. You click on adjust. Yeah, it's on brightness now. Reduce the brightness, increase the contrast, go over to your saturation. It's already desaturated, but still desaturate it so that yellow doesn't show a bit, because we are working with a very dark background. So go over to effects, go over to your blur, and let your blur be at 50 exactly. Then drag this down, go over to your position, click backward until, yeah, forward, backward, yeah, until it's just directly under the guy. Then use your nudge to push it backward a bit here, so that the shadow hovers over the guy at the back. Then change your transparency to 75 exactly. So let's work on our other guy. So our other guy now, we duplicate him like so. Make sure he's aligned with himself at the back. Go over to adjust again. Okay, it's on saturation now. Reduce the saturation, go over to the contrast, bump it up, go to brightness, finish it. Then go over to your effects panel, go to blur, and let this be at 52 as well. Exactly, 52 as well. Then go over to your position, take it backward. Exactly. So now you just want to tap this guy's shadow to come out forward a bit. That's okay. So you can 1 2 back, that's where it originally was. So you can tap your notch twice, 1 2, that's okay. Then go over to your transparency and reduce it to 35. Yes, the guy's shadow should be 35 because he has some shades of light background over his face, which is that yellow shade. Okay, yeah. So this is done for the guys. So to gain more precision, to know if they are at the center, just click this one. Don't make the edge cover his face too much. Then click on the shadows behind as well. Let's check on this other guy. Just reduce it here, so that if we are tapping the shadows, we can actually still tap on the real image. Go to more, select multiple, tap this area, not here, tap this area. Yes, that selected the shadow. Now tap, not here, now tap on this guy. That selected this guy. Now tap on this guy. Yeah, now they are all selected. Now click on group. Yeah, it has grouped both of them together. Then you can go over to your position, check your alignment, and put them at the center. Yes, so now they are at the center. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, let's just start bringing in the text. Let's start bringing in the text. So the first text we want to, let's add the heading, and the first thing we want to write is September. Yeah, we want to write September. Then having written September, click on it, change the color to this yellow, particular yellow, and the font size for September is actually 127. Let's do that again. I don't think it actually entered. Okay, so type in 127. Yes, and the font is not this Canva Sans font. Let's change the font. The font we are going to be using here is one of these Grotex font, and it is CY Grotex. So for September, we are using extra bold. Then bring it down here. These are our what do you call it now? Our shape is too big from what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, it's too big. So let's scale it down to the normal size. let's check on that one. So click on that. No, not that. Click on this. Okay, reduce the size a bit. Reduce the sides just a bit. Okay, then leave it there like so. Then click on this September. Make sure it's at the center. Exactly, make sure it's at the center. So you can now click on this and go over to, in case your duplicate does not show, just click on copy, drag this down. Now your duplicate will show. Click on this, then type in, let's first of all change the font. The font we're going to be using is autograph. Yes, change it to autograph, then click on edit, then write, let's wait for my keypad. Okay, now it's up. Then write yellow. Exactly, so it's yellow September. We're actually celebrating. So drag this down, and the font size for yellow is actually 158. Yep, that's it. Then drop this here, then go to your color and change it to white so that it has the contrast between it and the September under. So just take this down a bit and leave it quite where it is right now. You can go over to your position to still check as well. Yeah, it's at the center. Okay, so we are progressing. The next thing you want to do is go over to this September as well. Then your duplicate doesn't show, just go over here, click on this. You mustn't necessarily even click copy, but I just click copy for adventure in case it doesn't show, so that I can just paste it. It doesn't show after I have slided down from the more, so I can just paste it where it ought to be. Okay, so what you want to write is find value in yourself. Exactly, so that's what you want to write, find value in yourself. And what you want to do now is change this to all white. Why I'm changing it to all white? First of all, the font size for this is actually 99.3. okay, yeah, that's the font size, 99.3. and I want to change it to all white first of all, because I want something to be white. Okay, so this is all white now. I go over to position, go to align, click center. Now I want to change specific words inside to a specific color. So all I have to do is click on edit, click on value here, click on this A where you have the color palette under, then change it to this, then go over to yourself and change it to this as well. Yeah, now you see the colors actually match and it's looking beautiful. So find value in yourself. The reason why I changed it to all white was because I don't want to go through the stress of changing that full stop at the end to white, because it's actually hard to select tiny stuffs more than it is hard to select big stuff. Okay, you get the gist. So yeah, so this is actually almost done. So there's something we've not added to the background, and that's this yellow. And oh, sorry about that, I didn't duplicate this. And also, before we add it to the background, there was an effect on it, and it was a shadow. Yeah, so that it hovers above, it hovers over where it actually is now, so that the shadow pops it out of the background and the guy. Okay, so the shadow was actually, the offset was actually 100. The direction, yes, was -45. The blur was 60, and the transparency was 20. It has to be high since we are working with a very dark background. And then you change the color here to black. Exactly, that's just that about that. Okay, so then you can now click on this. Let's go over to more. Our duplicate button is not showing. Click on more, drag this down, duplicate, raise this up. Now increase it. The normal size, the font size for this is actually 1 Let's see if it will allow us have the actual font size of which we want to use today. Okay, so delete this and write 1176. Let's see. Okay, it actually gave us our size. Let's see if it will tally with the previous one on the other design. Okay, so what you want to do is go over here, move this up like so, then go over to position and take it to back. Then having taken it to back like so, go to your transparency and bump it down to 50. Now you see it gives the background this other classic kind of look. So let's check on the other one to see. Oh, it's actually smaller than the previous. So let's go over to our layers here. Okay, let's look for yellow in the background. Then let's drag this up like so. Okay, exactly. Let's still take it up a bit. Let's check with our previous one. Okay, it needs to still enter. Let's take this up. Let's see if we can even click it from here. Let's bring this down to see if we can click it. Oh, both of them have actually occupied the space where we might have been able to click it from. So no stress. Just drag this over like so. Exactly. And now it's in the right position. So let's add the last things. The next thing you want to add is the website. So leave the font actually like this, then type in www.mentalhealth.com. okay, www.mentalhealth.com. and the font size for this actually is 55.5. Enter. Okay, and with that done, this is what we want to do now. Let's go over to edit. We want to make mental health the center attraction. You understand? So this is how we can do it. When you we don't need to select all of them. We just want www. Yeah. So when you select www, go over to this panel and go to 𝐖𝐡𝐚𝐭𝐬𝐻 and change it to not semi-bold, change it to regular. Exactly. Then go over to com and change it to regular too as well. There was something we did do in the previous one, and that was change the color of the mental health to yellow. But let's just keep things simple and let's leave it like that. Okay, yeah, so that's that about that. So let's bring in the last things we want to bring in. You actually still find them in your Canva elements. So as I bring in each and every one of them, I'll tell you how you can find them in your Canva elements too as well. So if you want to get this, all you just have to do is to type phone in the Canva element section. Although I will make these icons available in the link to the resources, so that peradventure you are using a free version, okay, you can actually still get access to this design. Okay, so not to worry. But if you are using a premium pro version of Canva like myself, you can actually go on your elements and check it out. If you would like to know how to get Canva Pro, just tell me. I will. Just send me a DM rather, and I will walk you through how you can. So if you want to get this particular one through your elements, just type in friends and it will show you this one actually. Then drag this one over to this side. Make sure the tip is touching the tip of the phone. And the next thing you want to do is go over here to again, go over to yellow, and bring in this one, okay, and scale it down to, let's make sure the tip touches, yeah, it's touching there, and make sure the tip touches the down of the front. Exactly. So let's try to administer some balance. Let's check. So let's push this in a bit. Okay, now see the balance is coming. Are you seeing this? So 106 is the space between the three of them, but let me try and increase this just a bit. Okay, so let's see what the space will be now. This one is at the center, but let's see if it can cause a distinction between the two of them. Canva actually has this automated, so instead of wasting that much time, let's just go to center, keep it at the center, and let's use one from here to check the space between both of them. So let's go. Okay, it's not actually showing again. Maybe we might have to use our eyes for this particular distinction now. Oh no. Okay, yeah, it has come up and it's 79. So it may differ in yours, but this is what it is in mine. So that's the space between both of them based on the size I'm using. So I want to group this together. Having grouped them together, I'll go over to position, click align, and go to center. I think these are our contact box. Should I call it the box now, or this contact oval is not actually at the center? So let's click on that. Let's check the position of this. Go over to align, click on center. Yep, now it's actually at the center. Okay, so let's bring in the next thing, which are actually the letters that accompany these icons, the words rather that accompany these icons. So okay, before that, let me make you understand why the icons are there. So the whole write-up that inspired the icons to be there is you are more than enough. I'm actually speaking to you who is actually watching this tutorial now. You are more than enough, but if you ever need help, let's check if we are on track with what is in the previous one, so we don't go type jargons. Okay, so you are more than enough, but if you ever need help, reach out to. Okay, you are more than enough, but if you ever need help, with a comma, reach out to, then you now put your double colon. Okay, yep, and you have to still, you click on this, not you, click on the write-up and change the color to white, then change the font also to CY Grotex key, not regular semi-bold. Exactly. Then you can now scale the size like this so that it has this beautiful look and it's not too much. Exactly, reach out to. So this is what we want to achieve. And the font size of this is actually 36.3, or let's try and increase that a bit. I think it's a little smaller. I think it was 38.7. Yes, 38.7, not 36.3. Exactly. Yeah, this was actually the size. Yeah, because it fits to both sides of this. Exactly. Yeah, so we have this now, and what we want to do again is, let's go out a bit and duplicate this. Duplicate, bring it down, go inside, change the color to black, and the font size for this particular one, what we want to use to write the icons, the font size is going to be 22.8 exactly. Wow, we are already running 30 minutes. I never knew this one was going to be so long. Okay, and the first thing you want to write is a terra. Let's go back. It has actually changed our font size. If you ever notice that your font size was changed, just clear out everything, then start typing again from beginning to take you back to the previous font size we're using, if it was bold, semi-bold, or thereabout. Okay, so take out the sides from this. Now this is the icon of a therapist. If you want to search this on Canva, just search for therapist and it will bring out this in your elements. Okay, so therapist, he wants us to go out in full. Therapists, duplicate this again. I don't know if you can even see this. Duplicate this. After doing that, go to edit, then type in call 911. Yeah, call 911. Let's duplicate this therapist again. Duplicate, then write. Okay, make sure it's at the all of them are at the center. Then write call a friend. Exactly. Then write call a friend. Let's check if that's what we have in the other one. Okay, speak to a friend, not actually call a friend. Let's edit that. Edit. So go over here and write speak to a friend. Exactly. And I think we want to select all of them now and push it in a bit, because our call a friend now is actually, what just happened? Oh, sorry, let's go back. Okay, so this is where we are now. Exactly. So let's select all of them and push them in a bit so that speak to a friend can actually be aligned properly. Okay, I think those ones are we already grouped them together. So push this in like so, take it up like this, push it like this. Okay, I think it's at the center now. Just take it up a bit. Okay, so that it will have breathing space. Then just speak to a friend, go over to nudge to and nudge it like so. Yes, so that it be directly under the speak to a friend icon. Exactly. So guys, this was how this design was actually made. This one actually took time here today, but we actually delivered value. So do well to replicate this. As I always say, replicate it. For this though, you can even replicate it, use it to spread awareness. I know it's past September, but you can still post this on your social media just to spread the awareness of the mental health instability, and to get people to know that it's not over. Even though they failed, even though they experienced a breakup, even though something bad happened to them, it's not actually over so long as they still have life. Speaking to you also is not actually still over so long you still have life. So until the next one, I'm gonna see you guys later. I will drop something today in the community. Do well to check it out. I'll drop something in the community, and the the program and the schedule, the event we have that's coming up in 2025 is already kickstarting. So do well to buckle up, take your seats and anticipate. So until the next design, guys, I'm going to see you on Monday again. So every Monday we drop social media tutorials here. So until the next one, I'll see you on Monday. Catch you later. Bye.